Edward here from earviewer.com. I have another video for you. A couple things I want to go over in this intro. Something that is really important to me when I'm exploring this as an explorer. What I'm looking for, what I'm searching for, is I'm searching for my true nature, which I believe exists beyond the thresholds, beyond the barriers. And what do I mean by that? What is the threshold? What is the barrier? The threshold and the barrier are the so to speak wall we come upon of our own senses. If we try to clear our minds, we will and direct ourselves towards the threshold of our own awareness is where we come upon the barriers. And that point where we get this sense of there's either nothing or there's infinity. That's what I'm talking about, is the barrier. And beyond that barrier, beyond those thresholds, in my opinion, is where our true nature exists. Another reality, as Ingo Swann terms it, a second reality. And I believe that to be true. That beyond that barrier, beyond those thresholds, are the true nature of our own being that exists within its own reality. Something that we only capture glimpses of. If we're lucky, and as remote viewers, or in this process that we call remote viewing, or what I like to call it perceptual expressionism, is we are attempting to access that over and over again. That's what I'm continually doing. Is I'm continually pounding away at the barriers, pounding away at the threshold, in order to get to the true nature of my own being that exists in this greater reality. That's why I'm doing all of this stuff. So a lot of the terms and things about remote viewing, I don't subscribe to a lot of them. I don't subscribe to optimum trajectories and all that kind of stuff. I don't subscribe to remote viewing as an information gathering tool. I don't subscribe to those beliefs. I don't believe that. It's because to me this process is so much more than that. Obtaining information, intelligence for someone is a very small aspect of what this whole process is about, and that's part of my own personal mission, is to address that, to continually address that, in order to put that out there with the way that remote viewing is perceived in the general public via the media, which is tell me about the UFOs, or give me the intelligence, or or am I going to meet someone this year, whatever, the Madam X type information providing and that kind of thing. I don't believe in that stuff. This process to me is about accessing the true nature of our being. And so when I address it as the nature of something, when I'm turning my awareness towards a point in time and space, or what is considered a target — I don't call them targets anymore, I consider them points in time and space — I am addressing what is the nature of what is there, because that stimulates my curiosity and gets me in an empathic state to go and explore and move beyond some of these barriers. So I wanted to address that. Also, I wanted to address something that was presented to me, that the idea of changing controlled remote CRV or enhancing CRV and these types of things, possibly in regards to things that I've been saying. But I'm not. What I'm doing here on the boards is not CRV. It's not controlled remote viewing. In my opinion, controlled remote viewing is perfect, is the way it is. It doesn't need to be enhanced, and doesn't need to be changed at all. It's not broken. It doesn't need to be fixed. It's perfect the way it is. What I'm doing is I'm exploring my own nature, and that goes beyond the way that remote viewing is even perceived. And that's why I'm offering different perspectives on that. And as far as training or that kind of thing, I always advise people, get training in CRV, get trained in controlled remote viewing by the real trainers that are out there. There are real trainers. There's fakes out there, but there are real trainers out there. Paul Smith, Lynn Buchanan, they're students, they're certified students. They're real trainers of controlled remote viewing, and I advise people who are looking for training to seek those people out. Seek out Paul Smith, seek out Lynn Buchanan, and their students who do training. Get real training from real remote viewers. So I just wanted to address that, and hope you find that interesting. Hope you find this video interesting, this session interesting, and many more to come.
See, in this trap we call this is the booby trap. Why they call booby trap? This one they set up the trap for the American soldier. That means when they come in at the midnight, the Gucci guerrillas they set up at the midnight only. So because they know at that time they go, and American they think at that time local people they go to sleep already. Okay, so you know when they set up the trap, they will cover outside by the lift the same like this. But you know when American soldier they work inside the forest, only when they have one the leader, the same me. I go first and I fight away, and you follow me behind. So local people here when they come here, they will fall down to the trap made by Gucci guerrillas, and when they fall down, okay, you can see that at that time inside the trap they set up the iron stick.
8407. Dense, round, flat, white, beige, slippery, white, brown, black. Getting a random thought here of a canister. Bright, yellow, distant. Getting another random thought here of suffering and animals. Round. Getting an image in my mind of a panda. Round, looping, soft, hairy, white, distant, green, blue, narrow. The idea of a subject. A focal point. Like, one thing. Keep getting this image of getting this kind of something in here. Brown, black, hairy, tan, white, brown, green, shiny, curved. Getting a random thought of a merry-go-round. Tubular. large, green, yellow, bright, angular, outside, green, ideas here, night. It's kind of a random thought here, but more like a random nightingale. Nightingale. However it's spelled. What does that mean? Subject. Something like random thought, dancing. There's something else going on there. 8407. 8407. 8407. Purple. Green. Dark. Edged. Metallic. Silver. Silver, metallic, like a metal box. Inside. Kind of random here. Fire. A407. A407. This is an idea here. Delegate. 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 Person. Representative. Representative. Calling. Spirit. Looping, moving, A407, 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 sleeping. Sleeping? Yeah. Let's do this. This is where I want to bring my focal point. What is the nature of this location? What's the nature of it? What's the nature? The nature. Getting this idea of farming. What does that mean? What does it mean other than farming? What's the nature? The nature of it. It's like metal. Metal sheets. Metal sheets. What else? What's the nature? What's the nature? Binding. Binding. Close. The nature of it, though, is the nature of it. Storage. But that's the nature of this. The nature of this point down in space. Point down in space. A407. High. Angular. Large. Kind of a random thought here. Fishing. Boat. They feel like random. High, though. High. You know, vertical. The nature of it, though, is the nature of it. Point down in space. Food. It's the idea of like farming and fishing. Food. Food. Voices. What's the nature? Here's what I want to experience is the nature of this point in time and space. The nature. Not from their perspective, but from mine. From mine. As if I'm experiencing it. I'm experiencing it. What is the nature of it to me? Looping. Gross. Particle. Loose. Loose, like things around. Things around. Is that? Moving, 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 moving. A407, A407, 407. solid, hard, heavy. Yeah, it's like particle board. Particle board. You know, pressing. The nature of it, though, is the nature. You know, random thoughts can be like swimming. These feel like random. They feel like random thoughts. But what is the nature of it, though? What is the nature? The nature of white, edged. What is the nature? Pinning. Pinning, labeling. Pinning or labeling, what does that mean? Sticking something on to. Onto something. Like these are stuck on or pinned. We were like hanging on something, or like here. Labeled, postered. Poster like it's pinned. Stuck onto. Things are stuck. On. Getting a memory comparison here, like arrow, bow and arrow. Hunting. Camp. That kind of thing. Camouflaged. Cover up. Camouflage, like that. Camouflaged. Yeah. Cover it up. Hard to see. Hard to see. Barely getting anything out of it. 8407. 407. 847, 8407, 407, 8407. Grooved. Misty, moist, looping, like a fence. A fence. guards, guarded, guarded, guarded. Kind of a military feel. Military feel. Yeah, a war machine. Kind of thing. Guarded, sectioned off. Sectioned off. A407, 407, 407. Distance. Voices. People. People. Shadowed. Shadowed. Looping. Far. Green. Outside. Dense. Like a forest-like, yeah. Kind of hard to see a camouflage thing. Smoking. Smoky. Just kind of random thought, like cabaret. Cabaret.